Hey guys, it's Mandy. I am filming in here with really bad lighting because it is nighttime and I just finished filming my Valentine's Day makeup tutorial. Today I just wanted to talk to you guys about anxiety. Whew, anxiety, where do I even begin? So the actual definition of anxiety is a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease. Worry, concern, uneasiness, fear, angst, nervousness, tension, desire to do something typically accompanied by unease. A nervous disorder characterized by a state of excessive uneasiness and apprehension, typically with compulsive behavior or panic attacks. I think I've been dealing with anxiety disorder for about 5 years now, and it is a struggle, especially for the people that I surround myself with, because I know a lot of people are able to deal with it and some people get really annoyed or frustrated with me very easily. I think it started with my bullying situation. That's where it kind of all began. A lot of my anxiety is physical. There's never really a trigger. When I'm in a situation or somebody says something or whatever, it's never really triggered. It just happens out of nowhere. Late at night when I'm sleeping, I wake up with anxiety, or when I'm out with my friends having a good time, or when I'm just chilling out watching TV, whatever, wherever, it doesn't matter. My heart just starts racing, beating so hard and fast. And like all I can hear, like all sound kind of goes away and all I can hear is my heart beating really fast. And then I get like shortage of breath and my hands get all, like my palms get all sweaty and clammy. And I feel numb on my left arm and I'm literally like, I am having a heart attack right now. I literally feel like I'm having a heart attack. And when I first started having these anxiety attacks, I genuinely thought that I was dying. And I don't know about you guys, but when you literally think or convince yourself that you are dying in that moment, it is the scariest thing, and you literally can't even like you don't even understand. If you don't have anxiety and you've never had an experience where you think that you're actually going to die and there's nothing you can do about it and you're panicking and you're out of breath and your heart's racing, it's literally, you can't even imagine. Like you can't imagine unless you go through it and you have anxiety. You don't know what it's like to think that you're dying. It is the scariest experience ever. There have been many times when I've been with my friends or with my coworkers or with my family where I've literally been like in tears, hyperventilating, being like, call 911, I'm having a heart attack. Call 911, I can't breathe. Call 911, my heart is racing. Like, call 911, I'm gonna faint. Like, it's like I see black spots, I'm gonna faint, I can't catch my breath. It is so terrifying, and I literally, like, I'm trying not to cry right now because of how terrifying it can be. And that was kind of the beginning of it. When I first got anxiety, I had anxiety attacks left, right, and center. Like, literally, anxiety here, there, everywhere, anxiety all the time, anxiety attacks. And I learned how to deal with it over time because I watched a lot of videos on it. I read a lot of books. I went to therapy. I took some medication. Over time, you start realizing, okay, this is an anxiety attack. I've done this many times before and I'm gonna do it again and I'm gonna get through it. It ends at some point. At some point it will end and I will get through it, and that's that. Like, I literally just have to talk myself through it and like breathe through it, like do some breathing exercises and focus on like inhaling and exhaling and trying to keep calm and just being in my own space. And I think that's really important. I still to this day get really bad anxiety attacks. Not as bad as I used to, but definitely like I'll be sleeping and I'll like wake up and have anxiety, or I can't get to sleep because I am having anxiety, and just different times in my life I just get really bad anxiety. I just kind of deal with it. You know what, it's really difficult because sometimes I'll be in a public place and I'll just be dealing with it and nobody even knows. Nobody can tell or notice what's going on inside of me and like in my mind and in my heart, and like all of these things that are happening right now in that moment, and it's like chaos. It's like complete chaos and nobody even knows. And that's the thing with mental illness, you guys, is that you never know what people are going through. You never know what somebody is going through in that moment in time, and that's why you should always treat people with kindness and not act like you know everything, and not act like somebody else's pain isn't worthy of a break or a walk or a leave of absence from work. Like, you don't know. You literally don't know unless you are dealing with it yourself, and that's why you should never undermine a person's mental illness, because it's so serious. It's like the worst kind of illness in the world. Like, mental illness, it's just pure suffering. It's just pure anguish and suffering, and sometimes people just need a friend, somebody to understand and listen and breathe with them and be calm with them and help them through it. That's all we need. And above all things, you guys, patience. I can't even begin to tell you, my boyfriend, my family, my friends, the patience that is required to handle somebody like me with serious anxiety and panic disorder. It's like I need my friends and my family and my boyfriend to have patience with me. Not only is it anxiety attacks that has to do with anxiety, it's also borderline obsessive compulsive. I constantly need to be reassured, and I have to constantly go over something again and again and again. Confirm. If I have plans with somebody, I will be like, hey, are you okay with tomorrow? Just checking in. Are you okay with tomorrow? Are you okay with next week? Are you okay with, you know, like, I confirm with them about 6 times before I actually get to the destination. I will remind them, overly remind them, and confirm with them, and like, I need the reassurance. I'm also a really big planner, and if I don't plan ahead of time, or my plans are ruined, or if I'm late for something, like, I have serious anxiety about those things. I'm always worried. I'm always nervous about everything, and it sucks, but it's just who I am. I love myself, and I appreciate myself, and I appreciate all the people that deal with me when I'm acting this way. With my boyfriend, whenever we have plans, I'm constantly reminding him, or whenever he needs to do something, I'm constantly reminding him to do it. I get really nervous when we're driving places, like when we go downtown Toronto and we're driving. I am constantly stressed because there's so much going on. There's so much traffic, and there's so many turns, and there's so many like one-way streets, and all of these crazy things are happening, and it's so chaotic. And to somebody who doesn't have anxiety, those things might not seem like a big deal at all. But to me, it's like the end of the world, literally. Like, I freak out, and I'm constantly like, where are you going? Why are you turning that way? Like, what? Why are you getting into that lane? Hurry up. This is what you're supposed to do. This is where you're supposed to go. And you know what? To somebody who has to deal with that, like my boyfriend, like, that can be really stressful and frustrating. Like, I can cause him to have anxiety just by me having anxiety, freaking out about everything. When you're dealing with somebody who has anxiety or mental illness like that, you have to be calm. If you love them, you just have to be patient. And like, I'll do my part, like, I'll try to refrain, but it's literally just who I am, and like, I have to freak out about everything, and it just sucks, but that's just who I am. I don't know, it started off as a physical thing, just a physical thing, and now that I'm getting older, it's becoming a part of me in my everyday life, and not just like anxiety attacks, but like obsessively reassuring, confirming, asking questions. Sometimes it comes off as bossy as well, because I want so badly for things to go well that I am like overly making sure that things are gonna be okay. Like things are gonna go well, so things have to go my way, because in my mind, that's the only way that it's gonna work. And if it doesn't work, all hell breaks loose, and that's the end. Like, you know, like that's just how people with anxiety, or at least where I'm sitting, like that's how it feels. When it feels like you can't even get your breath. I hate that I'm like this. I always think of the worst case scenario in every single situation that I'm in. Whenever I'm in a building, I go see a show, I go to a theater, I go to a concert hall, a concert venue, when I go to a store, when I'm in my house, I literally think of every single bad thing that could possibly happen, and I go through it so many times in my head, and I plan my escape. So whenever I'm like in my own mind, kind of zoning out, I'm thinking about, what if somebody breaks into my house? What if somebody comes in here with a gun? What if there's an explosion? What if there's a terrorist attack? What if I crash my car? What if somebody bumps into me? What if I hit somebody by accident? All of these things are going through my mind, and I'm thinking, okay, how do I get out of this situation? How am I going to deal with this situation once it happens? All of these things, blah, 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 chaos. I just invite everyone that doesn't deal with anxiety or panic disorder to try and think about how much that can be to somebody. Try and be empathetic and put yourself in somebody's shoes. Let me tell you the worst thing. Let me tell you the worst thing you could tell a person with anxiety. Calm down. Why are you acting like this? There's nothing wrong. Why do you do this to yourself? Why are you overthinking? Stop. Just be quiet. Shut up. Things like that, it's like, that doesn't help. Like, that does not help. And I get that it can be frustrating for the person who's dealing with it, but don't tell somebody who's having an anxiety attack to just calm down. Don't tell somebody who has panic disorder to relax, because it's not gonna happen. I'm telling you, and that's gonna make it worse. You literally just have, in my situation, it's like, rub my back and breathe with me and just be. Just be. And like, be patient, and that's it. Just be kind, be patient, breathe with me. And you know what? Sometimes it takes time. You know, anxiety attacks can come and go, and sometimes they can last hours. Sometimes they can last minutes, sometimes they can last hours, and it's like pure anguish, it's pure suffering, it's awful, but like, we have to get through it. People who have anxiety like care a lot. Like, obviously our feelings overwhelm us. I applaud everyone that deals with mental illness and people who don't deal with mental illness, but help the people with mental illness and understand and are empathetic and sweet and kind. And I really appreciate all my friends and family and my boyfriend who deal with me and help me through my rough times. So I just want those of you to know that if you have anxiety disorder or panic disorder, that it's okay and you're beautiful and there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You will get through your panic attacks and you will learn how to deal with them. You're not alone, and there's so many people in the world just like you, and you need to search for people that will always be there for you. I know Luca loves me, and I know my family loves me and my friends, but you know, there's that little voice in my head that's like, what if, what if, what if? Worst case scenario always. I need that reassurance, and as annoying as it might be to the person that you're talking to, just give them that reassurance, because it means the world. You have no idea how much it means to the person dealing with this anxiety, of how much it means for you to reassure them. Even if it's constant, it might not make sense to you, but it means the world to us. I guess that's just all I wanted to say about that, is that just that you guys know that I deal with this mental illness, and if you deal with this mental illness, I'm here for you, and there are some things that you can do to get through it. If you are a person that loves somebody with anxiety and need help learning how to go about helping them out, this video is for you. Just be calm, be patient, be supportive, be positive, be a good listener, and that's it. And we really do appreciate you. And yeah, if you guys like this video, click the thumbs up button, and if you like me and my channel, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click that notification bell because I make new videos every week. Don't forget to go on Younow, 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Mondays with Mandy. And the song of the day today is whenever I have anxiety or I'm freaked out or I'm worried, a song by the Beatles goes into my head, but it's like the Across the Universe version where they kind of change it. And it's like, don't you know it's gonna be alright. And like, I literally like go into my own headspace and like zen out, and I'm like, don't you know it's gonna be alright? Don't you know it's gonna be alright? And like, it gets me through everything. Just know that it's gonna be alright. And stay strong, guys. Just like my tattoo. Bye, guys.